In this video, I'd like to talk about mass airflow meter design and why Pro-M Racing has so many different designs. I'd also like to clear up a misconception being spread by one of our competitors. There are 3 different sensors being used to date. It's important to understand that all 3 of these sensors use exactly the same electronics. The difference from one sensor to the next really has more to do with the design of the mass air meter's sample tube than it does with the sensor itself. Ford began using this design in 1988. These sensing wires are what the sensor uses to determine airflow. They're positioned down inside of this sample tube, which is an integral part of the mass airflow meter's housing. Ford introduced this design in 1999. Same electronics as the earlier design, except now the sensing wires are inside of this sample tube, which has become an integral part of the sensor, rather than being part of the housing. This simplifies the design of the housing, which saved them money. In 2004, Ford began to phase in this design. By 2005, nearly every Ford vehicle was using this mass air sensor. Again, same electronics. What makes this sensor unique is the compact mounting flange. This design allows the sensor to be placed about anywhere in the air intake plumbing. It's usually placed in the outlet of the air cleaner box. This design eliminates the need for a dedicated mass air meter housing altogether. A big cost savings. This sensor, like the second one, incorporates its own sample tube. In factory Ford applications, each design replaced the previous one for cost reasons. At Pro-M Racing, we were more concerned with performance than with price. So as new sensors were introduced, we would test them in various applications to see if we could use them to make improvements to the product line. When the original sensor design came out, Pro-M Racing designed all of its mass airflow meter housings around this sensor. A great deal of research and development went into creating the best designs possible for each different application. This Pro-M 92 is an example of one of those original designs. In 1999, when the second design came out, Pro-M Racing evaluated this sensor and determined that it was an improvement in some applications. But in other applications, the original sensor was still superior. As a result, some of the original mass airflow meter housings were redesigned for use with this new sensor, while others remained unchanged. This 95mm flanged is an example of one that was redesigned for the new sensor. The result was an improved product line for our customers. In 2004, when this last design was introduced, Pro-M Racing again compared this new sensor to its existing products to see if it could offer any improvement over past designs. It did not. In fact, the signal quality was down a bit from the older designs. I want to make it very clear that this is not a bad sensor. Just because it doesn't offer an improvement in signal quality doesn't make it a bad product. It's actually quite good, but remember, this sensor was not intended to improve signal quality. It was a cost saver, and that's all. Since there was no improvement over past designs, none of our existing products were modified to use this new sensor. Rather, we introduced new products using this design to accommodate the 2005 and newer vehicles. All of the existing designs for vehicles older than 2005 remained unchanged. These Pro-M 3-inch and 3.5-inch slot tubes are examples of the new designs. To date, Pro-M Racing uses all of these sensor designs and 11 different housings for Ford applications alone. The reason is simple. We can offer our customers a mass air meter that is the optimum combination of sensor and housing for their specific application. We've built our reputation based on honesty, integrity, and quality, and by selling the best products money can buy. No other company offers such a wide range of performance mass airflow meters. Offering such a wide variety of sensor and housing combinations means we can always offer you the best product for any given application. One that fits properly, works the best, and will plug directly into your vehicle harness without modification. You're probably wondering, if all of these sensors use the same electronics, how can one work better than the others in a given application? The fact is that the quality of the signal has as much to do with the design of the sample tube and the quality of the calibration process as it does with the electronics. And different combinations of sensor and housing work better than others in different applications. This is why we offer so many different mass air meters. Our mass air meters that use the original sensor have an integral sample passage that is nothing short of genius. These are the Pro M80, Pro M92, and the Pro M117. They are designed for draw-through, naturally aspirated, and forced induction applications. The quality of the signal generated by these mass airflow meters is nothing short of incredible. This second sensor design offered an improvement in signal quality and accuracy in our entry-level mass airflow meters, such as the 75mm bullet and the 75, 85, and 95mm flanged mass airflow meters. As a result, those mass air meters were redesigned for use with that sensor back in 1999. This second design also proved to work extremely well in our blow-through designs for forced induction, the 3-inch and the 3.5-inch Pro tubes. The third sensor offers a more compact design, but at a cost. The sampling tube in this sensor is slightly inferior to that of the older designs, resulting in a very good signal, just not as good as the older ones. As I mentioned earlier, Pro M Racing added mass air meters to the product line to accommodate this sensor, because despite offering no improvement over the older designs, this sensor does offer the proper connector for 2005 and newer vehicles. And since the signal quality is still quite good, these mass air meters offer a practical choice for these vehicles. Now that you understand why Pro M Racing offers such a wide variety of mass airflow sensor designs, I'd like to address a false claim being made by one of our competitors. This competitor uses the 2005 and up design sensor in all of their mass airflow meters. They claim it's better and that they're selling you a better product. I assure you, if that were true, Pro M Racing would have redesigned every one of its products back in 2005 to use this sensor. But that claim is absolutely false. As I mentioned earlier, while still quite good, this sensor outputs the noisiest signal of the bunch. So let's set the record straight. The truth is that it's a cost saver. But what a great business model this would be if this competitor's claims were actually true. You could stock only one sensor, and one that costs considerably less than the others do. You could have only one calibration procedure in the manufacturing process. You could hire just about anyone to do the calibration work. You could stock only a few housings and cover every application rather than the 11 different ones that we stock here at Pro M. You could reduce your warehouse space to about 1/3 of what we have here at Pro M Racing. So let's be honest, their products cost a heck of a lot less to produce than ours do. And despite being a lesser quality product and significantly cheaper to manufacture than even our entry-level products, they only save you about $10. So who's benefiting from this? Is it the consumer or is it the company selling them? Let's be clear. If you have a 2005 or newer vehicle, then you should purchase a product that uses the 2005 sensor design, simply because it will plug directly into your harness. However, if your vehicle is older than 2005, then you should buy a mass air meter that uses one of the earlier sensor designs. The earlier sensors, paired with the proper housing, make for a mass air meter assembly that will work best for your application, period. If you have a vehicle older than 2005, and someone is trying to sell you a mass air meter using the 2005 and newer style sensor, and some adapter to make it plug into your wiring harness, then they are trying to sell you an inferior product. If Pro M Racing was run by someone who only cared about the bottom line, then I assure you we'd be doing this exact same thing. But we aren't, and we don't. Pro M Racing is number one for a reason. We're not the cheapest, we've never been the cheapest, we're not interested in being the cheapest. We are the best. And we're the best because we sell the best products. I'm the president of the company. Do I like making money? Of course I do. Would I like a better profit margin? Of course I would. But what drives us here at Pro M Racing is offering the best products. Whether you're talking about one of our mass airflow meters, one of our engine management systems, one of our new fuel pump hangers, or any other product we sell, you can buy with confidence knowing you've bought the best that money can buy.